This tutorial will show you, the coach, all the possibilities of Khan and the reports that are available as your students work through Khan. So as you can see, I've already logged in. So I'm going to click on Coach to get to my reports. Now the first report here, the class statistics that we see here, is a progress report. And from here I can see my 3 students and I can see where they are at, giving what skill areas they're working on and where they're at in each of these. And this continues to go all the way along as they continue to do more skills. Now the key is right here. If it's a light blue, they've started it. Dark blue, they're proficient, as we see some dark blues. The light brown color or tan is review, and if we see a red, they're struggling. And so we see that, and if I want to find my students that are struggling real quickly, because this does go farther over and say I have a long list of students, I can just click up here under struggling, and right away it brings out the students that are struggling and what areas, so I can go and help them. I can also change this filter here, worked on the last week, worked on that day, and so I can see this student, they worked on that today. So you have several filters here to help you find information quickly. We can also go to another report called the progress summary, and what this does is this brings all the skills, and you can see what your students have worked on and all the many skills they haven't worked on. But it gives you more because you can also go in and you can expand this, and you can see who is struggling, who is proficient. So it gives that information quickly, but in a larger format than the other one. You can check out student goals. What have they done for goals here? And at this point we see that none of them have started any goals. So then I want to go to my students and let's sit down and let's talk about setting some goals. There's also a daily activity report, and I can see that how long this student has worked on that area, how long in the skill. So there are a number of reports here. Now, one thing to get the kids energized is to talk about their class energy points and having them watch how it grows. So these are just some of the great reports possible. There's also class points per minute. I don't know how useful that is, but if you had a whole bunch of kids doing it, another challenge to them to maybe, in their working and get Rev to do this. Now let's take a look at the student side of it. These are your reports. On the student side, when they hit practice, this is the screen they're going to see. Now there are a number of things. You see the problem here. They're going to enter their answer here. If they get stuck, they can watch a video to help them understand the skill that they're doing. Another great tool, and I'll scroll down here, is to show Scratchpad. And because here, there's now a Scratchpad that I can actually write on this screen. May not be the best writing, but they can begin to do the work here and see their answer. And then they can enter the answer from that. So that allows several possibilities. As they answer questions, they will begin to see their progression right here of how well they're doing. Another thing they can do is they can go up to their name, and they also have some reports to see, some exciting things for them. Here it shows, and this is a lot of times a good place for them to start, is to see where they left off. In this case, this student left off, they have not completed addition 4. And they have not completed adding negative numbers. So they could click on that right away and get into that area. They can see some of the badges they've earned, and that's always exciting to the kids. They can also take a look. Here are some reports that they can look at. Here are their achievements, and it shows badges earned and also possible badges that they're working towards. And they can also put their mouse over and see how they would earn these badges. An important one is to set some goals, and this is student setting, like getting them to buy into it. Now all they would have to do is hit create a goal, and this person has a goal going right now called complete 5 videos, watching videos, but they haven't done any of it yet. See current, completed, or abandoned. So it's good that they set goals. This shows them how they've done on their activities. What they've been focusing on lately, and if not sure, it shows right here how many problems they've had, how many correct problems without a hint, just to remind them where they're at. This tells them what they've done, and so they can see what they've completed, that they're proficient, what they're reviewing, and where they're struggling. So this gives them many things that they can take a look at, and you can walk up to them and have them go through these reports so they can see how they're doing. The idea here is to get a more complete buy-in. So these are the reports that you see as students and as teachers to help you know where your students are at. In fact, if I mouse over, I can see for this student exactly what they've done and when they did it. This person, what they were going on through here. So it gives me a good guide for helping the students. So enjoy Khan and all the possibilities it can help you in working with your students.